Exactly. Let's see here. All right. Let me mute this right here so I can see. So, guys, we are live. You can go ahead and unmute for me.
What was I saying? I was saying nothing.
All right, guys, as we always do, thanks for tuning in for Girlfriendz Chat Corner. I'm your host, Inga Anderson.
And I'm your other host, Ingrid Rachel Project.
And guess what, y'all? The chat block is hot tonight. Guess who we have in the block? Ric Sexton. Saxophone extraordinaire.
I need to put on my saxophone
Welcome.
wine aerator just for you.
Okay, I like that.
You like how I did that, boo? I did that for you.
So, I mean, how does it feel? You're a young guy on the scene with a cute beard. Another ladies go crazy on that chocolate skin. So what's going on with you?
Everything's good. Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. Everything is great. I love it. I love the.
Thank you for coming.
I love it.
I see you forever.
You know, before we go start chatting away, you guys, if you can, go ahead and share this feed into your groups or your friends so everybody can see your beautiful faces. I'll go ahead and share too.
Did you miss me, everybody?
We just here last Tuesday. Share if you guys, if you can, tune to Girlfriendz Chat Corner. Please share the feeds.
Share it.
It's going to be a good one. I promise. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, I'm in a mood. Y'all see, I got the big glass. I'm wearing my Wakanda pajamas.
I'm sorry, Rick. I should have told you about her.
Listen, hey, I don't
Rick know me.
I don't mind it at all. Come on. I already knew.
Rick, you know me. You know I'm crazy.
I already knew.
Rick know about me. He knows all about me. He knows. He knows all about me.
I get a little crazy.
You know what I'm saying, darling? You know it's all love. You know, as long as I like you, it's good love.
Right.
Well, you know,
when I don't like you, you have to worry.
I'm so excited because, you know, I love music. And I got to tell you this story about Rick, how I met him. Actually, your sister. I know you through your sister. Yep. She has a dancing program, Rude Entertainment, excellent dance company. But you came out when my one artist, Player.
Yep.
And you remember this? I'm going with this. So this was like the first time, you guys, we played at Jack Casino. And so this woman, which is me, I said, you know what? I have these big dreams for things. So I thought to myself, you know, I want to play Jack Casino. So we went there, and his sister dance team himself. It was Ingrid was there. It was Pilar was there. I mean, that was the most electrifying show I've ever seen. So back to the basics. You know what I'm talking about. So Rick came out with Pilar. Pilar, I mean, I think he made every woman in that audience lose their panties. Both of them. So they were singing "When We." Oh my God! And homeboy pulled out that sax, started making love to that sax. The women was screaming and throwing, and it was crazy. It was so much.
I like that note you hit.
Thank you. It was so much energy.
Yeah, she was practicing that one. I could tell.
But it was so much fun. She
had some liquid courage. Well, you had some liquid courage before the show, y'all.
But you was there, Ingrid. Wasn't that not the best show we ever had?
You know what?
That was dope. It was
dope. It was, you know, and I was so pissed because Jack Casino would not let me damn film. I had camera point on. They would not. They told me if I was filmed, they would give me $1,000 fine if I would film. I was so mad about that.
Some $1,000 haters. Because we had more people up there.
That show was so off the top.
That show was raggedest.
Hey, yeah, that was live. I love that.
It was so much fun, and I mean that was just so much fun. Everybody just really showed out that night. It was just excellent. But that's one of my big stories.
I have a saxophone story. You might remember when we first met. Do you remember when we first met?
Ooh, when we?
Do you? It was in Dayton. It was in Dayton. Do you remember?
I want you to tell it. I like the way you say it. I want you to tell it. Tell us.
I was challenged to a duel. Flash was playing at Taste.
Yep.
Now you remember?
Oh, I knew already where he was going. I said I wanted you to tell it. I said I wanted you to tell it.
I want to know.
And
tell us.
So this was the more conservative Ingrid, Rachel. Inga. This was you didn't know me then. I hadn't quite come out of my shell yet, and my dress didn't meet my personality yet.
Okay.
And they brought me up, and I sang Brown Skin. And this man right here, okay, his hair was a little longer.
What?
And he was showing a little bit more chest to sis. And
Red.
when I get on stage, I'm no longer shy, but then I just came from work and I looked a little stuffy. So I'm like, you come here, don't be scared. And he looking at me like, I ain't scared of nothing, like in your little stuffy suit. What you gonna do, little short girl? And I was like, this big. And by the time I got finished singing Brown Skinnedness, somebody was sweaty.
Oh.
And he was hitting all kinds of notes, and we've been best friends ever since.
Ever since, listen.
Oh.
Ever since.
So tell us, Rick. I mean, there's so much to talk about right now. How did you get started?
I've only been playing saxophone for about this is my 5th year playing. I started off playing trumpet, and I just was like, this is not really sexy enough. So I picked up the saxophone. I love the sound of it, how smooth it is, and everything. And then, of course, women's attraction to it is just a A plus.
Them brown skins.
Yeah, them brown skins, like light skins too. But
make them caramel swirls.
Yeah, but listen, the saxophone was just like I took to it. I probably stopped playing all the other instruments I played just because I focused that on so much because I knew that was gonna be the one. So I just love where I'm at now. Like being in Cincinnati now, in a new city, I'm loving it. People have already gravitated to me in a certain way. I like it.
Wow. Now you've been doing it for 5 years in Cincinnati scene. Have you been traveling with it? Have you did it other places?
Yeah. Well, I just moved here from Detroit. I've been in Cincinnati for 2 weeks now. This is my 2nd week in Cincinnati.
You couldn't handle them fights down in Detroit. They rough.
I still gig out there. I still perform out there a lot, but I moved to Cincinnati just because I perform in Nashville a lot. So this is like the middle of between Detroit and back there too. So I'm going around a lot. So yeah, I travel almost every weekend, really playing. So I'm trying to find weekends where I can just sit here and enjoy Cincinnati, be downtown and play.
Okay. Now, what your vibe looks like? It's like a sexy, tone out type of vibe for yourself.
Yes.
Now, did you have did you just pick that, or did this grow in you? Because I know sometimes when artists start out, they start out with one thing, but then they start realizing their consumer wants something else different. Did that change you?
I think that I started off like that, honestly. Just kind of I knew what my niche was in a sense, and I'm this person that loves to perform and loves to give off an experience because that's what I love to do on stage, just give an experience. It's not just coming to hear music. I want you to feel music a certain way.
And we do.
But I think
we do feel it. What about? Okay, so I'm gonna give you some artists, some out here artists that you kind of. I know you're young. I do know he's young, but when I seen you play, it reminds me of this types of era of Marvin Gaye and all the Teddy Pendergrass and them type of singing, that smooth vibe. Even though you playing the current music, it kind of reminds me of that. Do you do that on purpose? Is it something that we just put you into that realm of genre?
Definitely, I do it on purpose. That's who I listen to. That's who I grew up on. That's that's where my vibe comes from. So I really try to put that in today's music because that's giving today's music a different feel where I feel it should be in a sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because even the swag when you dress, you have the suits on, and I mean, men don't do that no more. They don't dress like how you dress no more. So you got these old ladies that's throwing stuff at you because the way you be looking. You need to be saying your age.
You know what?
You need to walk around with your age and stop teasing these old women.
You know what I was thinking though? You know what it put me in the matter when I first saw him though was Mo Better Blues.
okay.
Yes. He got that feel, and you
Christian
don't see
made a
that
face.
nowadays no more, especially with the younger people. But you have this talent where you're just stretching out, reaching to even the younger demographics than the older women too. So I know
I
you
know.
probably have to be bodyguard out. So tell us what is some of your favorite tunes that you like to play when you're at home
Oh,
and you're practicing. What are you practicing?
my number one favorite tune in practice is "Say Yes." I probably play that every day by Floetry.
Oh,
I play that daily just because I can go into so many different songs with it. Like for band, usually when I have a show, I even warm up to that song. The band and play that just to do the sound check because I can vibe to that song for about 10 minutes and play 7 or 8 different songs. So
wow.
and Say Yes is just such a groove and just it's smooth. So I love that. Really, that's and a lot of Luther Vandross I love to play. Um, Even in the newer music, I like to play a lot of Trey songs or Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm all
Love
over
it.
the place when it comes to music, but my favorite song at gigs is probably Between the Sheets or the Osley Brothers. I love to play
See?
that.
Here, speak that beautiful mind.
So, yeah, I,
So where can people find you? Where can they find your music? Where can they find you? Do you have any original? Do you have any?
I actually just let me show you.
Yeah, do come on.
I actually just released my debut album. It's called Fruition. I don't know if everybody can see that.
You know
Can
what? When
see
you
it.
should have led with that. You should have led with fruition. I'm me a copy of that. You gonna sign it for me?
I will. I definitely will. I'll get it to you. Definitely.
Okay.
It's on. It is. It's of course I have physical CDs, but you can listen to it on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify,
The
Google.
fact that I didn't get an inbox makes me want to throw my lamb sog at you,
I
but
got you.
it's too good.
I got you.
Now, Rick. Now, speaking of the CD, so you got some physical copies of that,
I
and
do.
if our followers can want to cop that CD, what's your cash app? Can you the cash app for you, and then you just send to, okay, then you guys, what we're gonna do at the end, he's gonna go back into the fee, put his cash app in there, the cost of the CD, and we'll send it, and then you just send us that CD.
Thank you.
Most
Yeah,
importantly, he's going to put the link there so you can
You can
purchase
invite them you put
the
your
CD.
Facebook inbox their addresses so you can send them to that,
got.
sign.
Put
I
all your
put the
information.
link in there to send to stream it as well too.
PG DMs only. We don't know his situationals.
PGTMs only.
Now, before you go, can we get a little something?
I knew we was gonna do that, so I had it already out. Look, I had my baby sitting right there. I knew we was gonna do that.
Can we do that? Can we do the say yes? A little bit of that?
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We do not own the rights to the music.
Let me get set up. We do not have rights to the music.
We love you, Marsha. Don't sue us. Thank you and good night.
Really, really raw and unplugged.
down in the links down there. Was it Fruition?
Yep, Fruition.
Fruition to see new original music. Okay. Thank you so much. Are you gonna stay with me? Second, you'll let go. You staying with us for a minute?
Stay for a minute, because the best trainer in the universe is next.
We're gonna chat it up. But you guys, thank you so much for doing it too. We really appreciate you. But guess what, guys? We got another sexy chocolate man in the house today.
The best trainer in the universe.
Criston Smith, trainer.
The best trainer.
He's everybody's trainer. And let me tell you guys, he's the owner, CEO of Fitnext. You guys seen him on the show before.
You gotta put some bass in your voice
last summer. But now that quarantine has, hold on. Now that quarantine has happened, he is now doing a remarkable job changing out his studio to is quarantine almost safe for everybody, and he really takes care into making sure that all his clients are safe. But welcome to the stage, Criston Smith.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome.
Wait, am I using this right? Can you hear me? It's been a while since
I've been on you. Yes, we can hear you.
All right.
Welcome, sir.
What's going on?
First of all, before we start, I want that shirt. Next.
Oh, you didn't even see it.
I did too. I scoped out. I said I don't have the black and red one.
You know I'm always. I gotta always represent.
I know that you always have to represent, but I am in need. I too always have to represent. I'm in need of new shirts.
I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
Thank you.
I tell you what, guys. You know, I'm looking at. I am like a crazy person for beards. You know, when I look at it, I'm serious. Chocolate man beard. Yes, I love beards. But guess what? I like the thing about quarantine because it made you guys not shave off your beard.
You know what though? He always switches up. So, captain, my trainer. No, but he's always switched up. So Criston will like change up, and then he'll do like the no beard. Then he'll do like the like
no hair beard.
The no hair. Then he'll do like the silverback beard. This is like silverback, and that means like y'all better be serious. Y'all better be doing y'all workouts.
I mean, it's gonna turn gray. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's okay.
No, but that's a serious Criston face, though, right there.
But you know, you have a gray beard, but a young face.
Oh,
he was young at heart, but he.
So you want to tell a little bit about Fitnext?
What's that?
You want to tell a little bit about Fitnext, what it is?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, actually, I'm setting up. That's probably why you saw me walking around. But what we do is we do personal training in small groups. Even though there are other people in the room, you'll still have a workout tailored toward your specific goals. And every time you come in, you're going to be with me or one of my trainers. You could choose things like total body, upper body, lower body, cardio and core, all cardio, arms, whatever it is you want to work on. That's what we do for you. We cover nutrition, the workout aspect, and like I said, every time you come in, you're going to be interacting with a trainer, even though it's in a small group. All our sessions last an hour. If anybody want to come check us out, I always offer free sessions. Just, I got to throw that in there. Just come check it out. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're downtown, 803 Sycamore Street. We're open typically from 6:30 a.m. all the way through till 8:30. My last session starts at 7:30. So if you can look around the room and see, you see those little barriers, but I've been setting up. Can you just get my face in the pic, or can you see the room?
I can see the room.
Once you did high, I can see it.
Yeah, you're tall.
There you go.
I probably should have came down there on location.
Yeah, so you have each station for each person. So you go to your station, and it's the barrier that helps, with that. So you have to wear mask in because you're real big about that, wearing mask in. Now, go ahead.
Don't play.
I can vouch for the post quarantine. So pre-quarantine, though, he was very clean and kept everybody in their own stations. You have to wipe everything down in between before Corona, because y'all know I'm a germaphobe, and anybody that follows me knows that I've been with Iraq Fitnext fam. But post quarantine, let's talk about it. He plays no favors. He cares not. Home skillet is at the door. with the mask on and the thermometer. And I remember one day I like came and I'm like, he was like, where's your mask? I'm like, it's right here. He was like, okay. Like
If
arms
you ain't got
folded,
one, I
like
got one
I
for
know
you.
you don't think you coming up in chair without it on. I'm like, it's get it on. And then you take your temperature. Everybody puts their things away. Everything is disinfected. Everybody is 6 feet apart. Um, Everything is individualized, including the water. There's a water fountain there, but that's always clean. Everything is always clean. Like I've never walked in there and it's been dirty. Everything is wiped down after each individual session. And before, and don't think you about to not wipe down something you touched and not think that he didn't see you. Cause I forgot that I had a weight. And he was like, no, you touched that weight though. Like, where you going? That weight.
Clean it up.
Clean it on up, homie. With the
Well,
bleach.
And you walk the talk with your nutrition too, because I see you all the time posting different types of snacks and meal ideas on. I mean, that really helps
you
me.
keep avoiding this challenge
that you can post. And I noticed that because I always try to. I see through what you do that there's a way you won't have to stay away from carbs. You still can add carbs into your diet. You know, the nutrition part of you. What is your background with that? How do you know how to put things together like that?
all right. So my degrees, exercise science, some little kinesiology major, background in health promotions. I'm not a licensed registered dietitian, but I do the basics. And the basics, I'm all about moderation. So let's say if we took the USDA My Plate food group, basically what I'll do is take an 1,800 calorie recommended diet and break that into things that you're supposed to eat, such as proteins, carbohydrates, fats. There's a guideline that they give you, but I'll help you put together a plan based off of that guideline. And I'll be honest, I just put somebody else on a plan 2 weeks ago. They're down 7 pounds in 2 weeks. So you just got to follow it. That's what it comes down to. In moderation, like I said, I'm not all about taking things out of your diet like carbohydrates. I'm just about moderating it, because if you take it completely out of your diet, you're going to start craving it. And when you put it back in your diet, you're just going to go overboard. All right.
Yep.
So when it comes to, let's say people say cheat meals, sure, have a cheat meal, but make sure as soon as you cheat, you go right back to your nutrition plan that next meal. All right. Making sure you're eating what you're supposed to eat. People slip up. I slip up. I'm not going to lie. I like to drink, but, you know, it's all about how you eat, and it's all about moderation. So keep that in mind. That's what I like to tell people.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think that, you know, over time you have to train your mind. And I had trouble with that, you know, with training your mind to think a different way when it comes to nutrition, the way you feel about food. You know what I mean?
The nutrition is the nutrition is the hardest part. Working out is easy. Nutrition is hard, because think
It's
about
so
it. You
hard.
go through your life eating things you like to eat. Mom's cooking, grandma's cooking. It probably ain't the best for you, but you like eating it. And then when somebody try to tell you to take it out, people are like, man, go ahead and eat that salad. Go ahead and eat, you know, that carrot or that asparagus. You're like, no, I'm not having that. So it's all about moderation, but then also food doesn't have to be bland. All right. I'm sure you see some of the stuff I post. I mean, I like to show people that you can make food that's restaurant quality, restaurant, it tastes like restaurant food, but it's half the cost. So that's what I like to tell people as well. But yeah, it's all
That's
about.
why he avoid my cookout challenges too.
What's that? What
That's
you
why
say?
you keep avoiding my cookout challenges.
Oh, hey, I'm
Yeah.
all about it. You know, with this Iron Chef off, I'm all about it. And
Let's
you
do
can put this
this.
on the Girlfriendz network too. So let's go. Let's get to this live. Iron
Let's
Chef.
do this.
Listen, you choose the ingredient, then we're gonna go head to head. I'm down. Call me out on
Y'all
Facebook.
heard it.
Let's do this.
Taste testing.
I
Right,
know, right?
right.
I
So,
know
okay,
you
so
you
tell us
see my
about
plate.
your programs you have. I know you. So you want to run enough for the audience so they'll know what programs. I know you have the personal training.
Uh-huh.
And
Hold on one
I
second.
know
I
you do
gotta let somebody
online,
in.
virtual.
Yeah. Say that again one more time.
So I know you got several different options for people to do. I know online's one of it, virtual. You have
Yes.
the personal training. So can you give a little
Uh-huh.
bit idea of what you're doing and how they can connect with you?
All right. So the virtual online we do through our app. Let me get these people checked in really
Go
quick.
ahead.
Hold
I
on a
can tell
second.
them about the app. Hi. So virtual online, you download the Fitnext app. and Criston is very hands-on. So what you do is you download the app, and then he is very, very hands-on and making sure that you download it properly. Lord, you sell properly.
We know what you meant.
Download it properly. He makes sure that you have it. If you have any questions, he's there with you. Then what he will definitely do, there is a tutorial that will walk you through how the app works. Once you go through the tutorial, he will then start to engage you within the app itself. Yes. And then once he uploads your workouts, he'll say, hey, your workouts are here. Do you have any issue finding the workouts? And then you will discuss your goals.
I'll be right back.
Your goals will then be uploaded in the workout. And then he will engage you there, and then they're updated. So you all converse in there, and then they're in there. So you have like your weight, you upload your pictures in there, and you start to kind of upload them, which I need to upload my pictures. I know that's why you made that face at me. I'm going to do it. So then once you do that, he uploads your workouts, and then you tweak them as you go. But then you can also link your devices. So my Apple Watch is linked. So he can also monitor my activity as well. You can monitor your nutrition as well. So like I use my Fitness it's compatible with a plethora of different platforms. So whether you're Apple or Droid. And then are you wanting to take over now?
Actually, that was perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, then where can they reach you at now? Where they reach you?
So again, locations downtown, 803 Sycamore Street. Reach me website Fitnext at cincyfitnext.com. Email anytime. Criston, which is my first name, Criston at cincyfitnext.com. And yeah, like I said, I'm always offering a free session to anybody just want to come check us out.
Or you can inbox me.
Yeah, inbox. Yeah, get
number one fan.
Inga or Ingrid.
ChatCorner.
They'll get in contact with me, definitely.
Okay, Criston, thank you so much. I gotta go ahead and work. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, and we'll put your links right there. All
right, now take it easy.
All right.
I'm really enthusiastic about it, honestly, though, because if you all go look at my page, about 2 years ago, I had gained a humongous amount of weight. It was like over 200 plus pounds, and he helped me get back to my goal weight, which I've gained some quarantined weight. He also does home installations, which he didn't tell you guys. Very reasonable. So next week, he's actually doing one here. So I'll have Fitnext at home, and in about 8 weeks, I do my Girlfriendz network reveal.
Well, Rick, thank you so much for turning in with us. We appreciate you, and we look forward. I'm gonna email you my money for that CD because I want my copy. I want to sign. Again, he's gonna go ahead and put his Cash App in there, the price of the CD, the name of the CD, and then you guys can inbox him your addresses, and he will send you a signed copy of his CD.
You link I
buy. All right, we'll go ahead and let you go then, and Ingrid and I are going to continue the show.
All right, take it easy. Thank y'all for having me.
You stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got more for you. Me and my wine bottle saxophone will keep it.
Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. So, Ingrid.
Inga.
We got 20 minutes to run through these topics. Can we do that?
We can get. Wait a minute.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, I think we're ready now. Oh, it's still plenty of wine left, y'all. This the
okay, so in the news today, we're gonna talk about all these things that are going on in the news. Woo! You know, I know there's a lot of bad things going on in the news, but today, you know what, we're gonna kind of keep it light because, you know, the police are more crazy, but I don't want to talk about them. It makes me. I don't want to be depressed.
Let me
wait a minute. We're gonna talk about Kissy Nash got married to a woman.
Look, you know why? Because these men is driving us to it.
Well, hello. But you know what? You know, maybe she was always that way, you know?
I mean, she could have been fluid.
Yeah. So maybe she, you know, that's what she want to do. But her bride, her bride looks beautiful. I mean, they make a cute.
You know,
It's a cute couple. I say,
hey,
who love her, you gonna
if she
love.
like it, I love it. Happiness is happiness.
Mhm.
She could have been a lazy lesbian like myself, you know. So
So
I
you
mean,
know what? People are like shocked about it, but you know, maybe
I'm not, because remember I told you I wasn't shocked at all. I was shocked she got married again so soon after the divorce from
I think
her.
she may have had sister. She may have had her for a minute
Well,
before.
that's what I'm saying. I believe maybe she was fluid, but I just here's the thing though. As a divorcee myself, just what you go through, and you know, in divorcing, just like to get remarried that fast, I just was like, okay, maybe I take marriage a little differently than others. It's just the emotional detachment. I refuse to use the E word, okay? After Jada, I just can't use it for a while on certain things. But all the emotional stuff you go through in a divorce. But I mean, I'm pretty sure she must, you know, I just to get remarried so soon. Um, but I mean, you know, I was talking to my cousin earlier, and we were talking about settling. And I'm like, I'm absolutely not going to settle ever again, because I may, if I'm lucky, I mean, I have less than 80 sunsets left. You know, if we're honest. So why settle? Um, why care what anybody else thinks? Be
Well, I think
happy.
that's what Niecy thought. You know, I think she decided that she's gonna love who she love, and that's gonna be this the way this. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for
Cause
her.
I'm like this.
Congratulations. I'm happy for them. You know what I mean?
You make me want to do a jig, like, and I'm happy. Listen,
It's what it
listen,
is.
Linda. Listen, cause I mean, you know, I mean, I
Can
was
we
in
talk
the.
about Brandy and Monica?
You see, I put on my my B rocker shades.
I see you did, but you know what though? I personally thought that it was a good battle. But what I think though, Monica and Brandy are, even though they're in the same R&B feature, their music is different. Monica's more of a ballad kind of girl, and some of Brandy's music is driving the car or dancing kind of music. I thought.
I think that because of
It was
the
good.
Brandy had access to, how should I say this delicately?
You think she got more access to getting where she needs to go?
No, Brandy, no, because this is the thing. Brandy had done a reality series, and you got to see her process. Brandy just was able to express herself in that studio more. She got access to more um nurturing, um ah she had more access to producers that were more nurturing to her vocal arrangement ability than Monica did. And sometimes I felt that Monica's songs overpowered her faster songs, overpowered her voice to where she only stood out in her ballads. Whereas Brandy fought tooth and nail, and her mother and her team, as well as Brandy herself, fought tooth and nail studio out at, all the way in, to where Brandy stood out on both her ballads
You
and
don't think it's style?
her
Because
fast.
I personally think it's style. I think
But
Monica.
that's what I'm saying. Her style was able to stand out because of that. For the very reason I just gave. Because she had access to that. Monica did not. Monica didn't have a team around her. And
You
I
know,
think too,
maybe that's what it is, because right now I can't see Monica singing no up tune dance kind of music. Well,
but
it's
she
like
did though,
her,
because
her
I
celebrity
don't get down on
personality.
the first night was upbeat. Um um
I'll be down. I want to be down. That's a slow song.
no, that's mid tempo. That's mid tempo, boo. That's not slow. He is slower. Um Full Moon, but Brandy had slower songs. But the thing is that she lives in the mid tempo world because Brandy doesn't have the strongest voice. Monica has a stronger voice. She
Yeah,
can
but
be a
Monica, that's her
balladeer. But
Yeah,
what
she
I'm
does.
saying is, right. So I mean, you know, if we shall dissect, but also mid-tempo songs and but then Brandy did have them slower songs where she shined, like Everything I Do it for you. You know what I mean? It's just where they pushed her at the time as well.
No, you know, do you think though, it's like I believe in another time without outside interference, those girls probably would have got along. I
No,
think well, let me say this. I think that the media and people put them against each other so much to make them feel like, and you've seen this before with people. People pick you out of a crowd with another person that's maybe doing the same thing that you're doing, and not you two, but outside people pitch y'all against each other to the point that you think you to try to make you guys think that you guys got an issue. I think that and her was put against each other in combative situations where they thought they had an issue with each other. Then it became an issue.
They tried it. No, the media tried it, and that was the whole reason why The Boy Is Mad came about. But when they got together, that's what Brandy was trying to talk about, and Monica didn't want to talk about it. But she was like, she wants to talk about it, but we had a disagreement. But Brandy wanted to talk about it, but Monica didn't want to talk about it. That's why they didn't play that second song. It was about the billing at that point, where the discord came. But you're not going to get the same billing as Brandy. You don't have the same amount of hits. I'm sorry. Not sorry. You don't. So.
But what we're talking about, but I just think
no,
that
what I'm saying is I agree with you. Before The Boy Is Mine started, that is exactly why The Boy Is Mine happened. The media was trying to put Brandy and Monica against each other to have a beef.
But so, it ended up working.
No, it did not work, because that is the reason why The Boy Is Mine occurred, is for them to meet so they could forge their own friendship. It didn't work. What occurred, then they became friends after that. What occurred later on is they had a disagreement about billing, about who got more credit for what when they did that second single. That's not why they fell out. Wasn't media interference. That's the reason why they came together for The Boy Is Mad, to stand against what the media was trying to do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Me, I'm trying to tell you, you are correct. And then their mother and manager said no.
Let's get to what you said earlier about Marcus Houston.
Oh. And his child bride of 19 years old.
Oh, now how old is he? 40s?
He's older than 40. Well, he's late 40s.
Late 40s.
Marcus Houston he's got to be, because Marcus Houston is older than I am. So if he's not 50, he's almost.
Holy. Really?
Wait a minute. How old is but this is the thing about Marcus Houston. Okay. You know that Marcus Houston was accused of messing with, helping, aiding, and abetting.
No.
With the whole B2K scandal.
What? What happened?
Oh. Maybe he's only 39.
Yeah, I think he's kind of young.
I thought he was way older than that.
No. He look older though.
He haven't been around. He ain't been around. I think they lied about that boy.
Will you go ahead and talk about what happened to B2K? What happened?
Well, you know about the molestation allegations about the manager.
Well, some of their producers were doing that though to those boys, right?
One of the managers, but the young man was also saying that Marcus Houston had something to do with it, was also abused, and was also helping in the abuse as well. And Marcus Houston was saying that he, at the time, was coming out and saying that he don't deal with younger people and children and this, and the third. My thing is, Marcus Houston is only 2 years younger than I am. Well, no, a year younger than I am. So my son is 19. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, she's of age. She can't go to bars. But
what I'm gonna say is this: my son is 19. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, speaking of that, R. Kelly was in jail, and one of the inmates came into his cell and commenced to whooping his butt. And the inmate, they were upset because they said that every time that there's a protest outside on the behalf of R. Kelly, that they have to be locked down. Or if R. Kelly get visitors, they said that the guards them locked them down. So one day they had protesters outside, supposedly from what one of the radio stations was saying that that guy came in and commits to whooping his ass. Like, okay, we're gonna get locked down again. Let's go whoop your ass. So they put him in isolation.
You're gonna get a beat down for this lockdown.
They got to beat down because they say they're tired of his people protesting.
He said, "Oh no, no, no."
Protesting for R. Kelly, don't get his ass beat every time he get protest. Don't do it.
Oh, y'all, go protest tomorrow too, please.
Oh.
Protest every day.
He gonna get beat up. Y'all keep protesting. He gonna keep getting beat up.
Don't go mess with somebody's children. You deserve to get your ass beat. I don't. Here's the thing. I have no sympathy for someone that seeks out children. The people I do have sympathy for, however, though, what I do feel the laws need to be changed for, and what I do feel an advocacy group needs to be changed for, are the men that are victims of these girls that go get the fake IDs and go to the clubs and stuff, and these men that don't know that they're dealing with a child.
Well, you know what? I personally think that we should work on first this what do you call it, statute of limitations. I think 10 years is too short. I think it should be 25 years because most victims of abuse don't remember they've been abused until they're in their 20s anyway. They don't remember.
Well, I mean, it's obviously not a statute of limitation because Bill Cosby's accuser that's been abolished came 20 some odd years later.
He had one person that was on the limits of statute of limitation. It didn't expire for her. That's how they got Bill Cosby.
But what I'm saying is that they're starting to ignore it because that was the other tidbit. But no, seriously though, I don't want to sweep that under the rug because a lot of Black men get victimized from that. And they get felonies on their records where they can't vote. They can't pick their children up from school. They can't be around children. They lose custody battles and stuff because of that.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm saying is that I'm saying that there's a double-edged sword to that. That when these young girls go out and they get fake IDs and they're in bars. So if you can fool,
okay. What's the statistics on that happening?
It's a huge statistic, because I know several people. All I'm saying is, let me make my point because it's very true and very valid. There are several people that I know at least 10 Black men that have been in bars or dating women that they thought were 22, 23, 24, 25 in college, coming up to college, and these are high school underage girls, and they had no clue. And then they get a statutory rape or sexual. They're sexual predators all of a sudden, and they're not really sexual predators. I'm just saying they need to amend the law.
That a man can't tell that a woman is not near.
No. How are they liable when they're in a bar? And what's up with the parents not being responsible for that?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
My
daughter ain't going nowhere getting no fake ID, and you don't know she out 4 or 5 in the morning in a bar.
I don't know very many cases like that
I know you don't, because that's not your reality, but it's a reality for a lot of people, and it's ruining a lot of people's lives that are innocent, and it's marring up the system, just like Warren Sapp's accuser that just lied on him is now has to pay restitution, but this man is rich. She's got to pay for all his legal fees now. But he's a rich, powerful man. But I'm talking about friends of mine that I know. We've been in a bar. When you're in a bar, you checking ID after the bouncer checks ID? Or if they're getting alcohol in a legal establishment? Or if you're in a strip club in a legal establishment, you checking ID before you go home with a man? Nope. Well, and half of half of these girls younger than us look older than us. So let's not.
Well,
It's
you
a
know,
difference
but
between.
why we always
It's a
telling
difference
us?
between. What I'm saying is, we got to be fair. It's a difference between
Okay,
a
then,
true
we're going
pedophile.
to be fair. Then we need to back up and talk about the men's situation first. You know, they
Right.
need to get that in check, because to me, I can't see how a man can't tell that a woman is not of 21.
Girl, there's some of these girls we didn't even know was not 21, and we be out like, oh,
But why
she
we
was
gotta
older
always blame
than
the
us.
women though? Why we gotta always blame them for that though? I mean, I get
That's
what
my
you're
whole
saying.
point. You can't blame. You got to take accountability. If I knowingly, that's what I'm saying. It needs to be some accountability somewhere. It's a difference between a true sexual predator that seeks out children, that goes out and that are luring underage kids, and a man that's minding his own business at a bar, that's intoxicated, that's imbibing alcohol like you or I at a bar, thinking he's in a safe place, and then goes home thinking he's with a 25, 24-year-old or a 22, 23-year-old, and then finds out this person is 16 when they done showed them fake out eating them food everybody else. So it's okay for them to fool everybody else, but this is the only person that gets scarred for life. That's not fair. That's not fair. The parents need to be responsible. She needs to be responsible. If you're going to hold him responsible, then you need to hold her responsible. Because if a 14-year-old comes to shoot you in the head, he can get tried as an adult, right? Right?
Yeah.
So that means he knew what he was doing. So she knew what she was doing. So did her parents and everybody else. So that's all I'm saying. There needs to be equal accountability. It's different. I'm triggered because it's different than a true victim that is in their room or at their high school that has some sicko come in and knows that they're a baby and preys on them. That's a totally different case. That is completely different. And it mars the system from the real victims. That's what I'm saying. And them little helpers need to be held responsible, because then they'll stop doing it.
Well,
but if there's
then,
no accountability, they're going to keep doing it. That's all I'm saying.
like, we're almost nearing the end. So, rest in peace, Black Panther Chad Brunswick. Rest in great peace for him. You know, he kept that a secret for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, and
16.
you know, but when you go back to listen to all the things he was saying, doing interviews, you can tell he was kind of saying things like, you know, they were asking him one time if he was going to be in the next Black Panther, and the girl thought she was joking, but he said, "I'm dead." He kept saying, "I'm dead, I'm dead," but he was kind of like telling us then, but you know, nobody knew. But I'm glad, you know, he got to live his life in peace, and nobody feels sorry for him. So that's probably the best way of doing the way he did it.
Well, I think, grieving and leaving, when you leave this realm, is a personal thing. He did it with honor. He did it with dignity. He didn't want people to pity him.
Right,
And I
right.
mean, he worked till the end. I shared some things where he was on an Army movie, on an Army set, even in July, with Spike Lee, and he got to just enjoy his days. And I think that's a powerful thing. I think that's something that we can all learn. It's just to enjoy the moments
Right,
and be
right.
grateful for the moments, and not just um, worry about what we have, what we don't have, and what we ain't got, or whatever it is we're going through, because
Doesn't
that's
matter.
just,
Matter.
it's
Yeah.
trivial.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But he was just remarkable. I was looking at because I followed him on Twitter, and I mean, he just always had something profound to say, but in the simplest way.
Yeah.
And the way that he was remembered. So yeah, it I booed, like it was like my look, like it just, because it struck me so hard, because it was just like, but then you had some people that were just being jerks, like, well, that was selfish knowing it was a long time role, and it's like 4 or 5 different comic books.
We're
But
not gonna give them no airtime because they just
but it was but he did do a lot of CGI work. So he will still live on, but to
yeah.
to see the impact that he
He
had with
have,
that.
he have children. Does he have kids?
I did not.
I know he's
I do
married.
not believe that he did.
Okay.
I do not believe that he did. But he may. But his wife. My heart goes out to her and his family. I mean, to see your spouse go through something like that before your eyes, the way that they all held it together, though, his team and the way everybody held it together for him,
Amazing.
bravo.
Yeah.
Bra freaking vo.
Well, the last topic of the night, Kenwood, your favorite topic.
It's not my favorite topic.
Yeah,
I like to speak up for.
You've been fighting this cause for this lady for a long time now.
This is why. A lot of people look at it as, oh, that it was a fight in a parking lot. What I look at is, yes, it was a fight in a parking lot. Either everyone should have been charged or no one should have been charged.
So go ahead and tell me what you're talking about. So let them know.
It was the altercation in Kenwood. That was in late June, early July, where the mother and son they got into an argument with a Caucasian male, and they were walking away, and the Caucasian male walked behind them screaming expletives, and they were screaming back, and he decided that he threw a substance on the mother and a bottle. The son then, the mother swung because, of course, she just had stuff thrown on her, which is a natural reaction. The son then came, took up for his mother, hit the man and pushed him. Then they left. They were both charged. The man that instigated the incident by the witnesses on the scene was not charged. Ironically, he's a Caucasian. I am not one that is quick to run to a whole racial thing. That's just not my style, but this I do believe is. And then you have a black male, young black male, that is now facing felony charges for a fist fight. A fist fight. No bones were broken. No one's dead. Now let me explain to you, everyone that doesn't understand what a felony charge does to you. You lose your right to vote. You lose your right for grants and public funding. You lose opportunity for good jobs. You lose your opportunity to get bank loans and positive ways of life. You get looked on in society. It's crazy. Let's look at George Floyd that was slain. He was murdered, and they're saying, oh, he was a felon, so it was okay for someone to lean on his neck and kill him. Need I say more? Right. And so I reached out. A lot of people are saying Black Lives Matter should reach out. You look out to places. When I was younger, I was told that NAACP always stands up for when there's civil unrest and civil unrest. So I just asked them for some updates. I also followed up in my in message to them, which if you look back on our older shows, I mentioned it, and I was very like, rah, they're going to get back to me. Yes. And let us know how to responsibly engage, because everyone is saying that looting isn't the way, and there are other organizations in place in our community to show us a different way that are doing things behind the scenes and moving behind the scenes. So I'm like, cool, let's figure this out. I am a Black mother. I have a Black son. I want to make sure, because I know for certain you throw something on me, Mario's knocking you out. Point blank, period. If I don't do it first, he gonna knock you out. Period.
So what they say? What did they say?
So they told me they would get back to me and let me know. So then I didn't hear anything. And so on August 12th, I said, any updates? They said no updates as of yet. So my intern is this. If I hit you up on July 24th and you haven't heard any updates by August 12th, you ain't called, you ain't sent an email, nothing, you don't know nothing. Then the same day, I'm like, well, you let me know who the lawyer was. I could have Googled who the lawyer was. The lawyer is public record. And then that's who the lawyer was. I'm asking, what are you doing to help this young man? Did you bail him out? You are the forefront. You are the people who get the most attention. You are the bigger voice.
The mother, because she's out. She's not in jail.
No, she was out the same day, but he had a $25,000 bond for a fist fight.
You talked to the mom and see if you know that.
I did not, because I did not want to. The thing is this: when you're trying to help someone, I don't know what she's going through. I don't want to reach out to her personally. I don't know her. I don't want to trigger her. I don't know if she's trying to have some peace of mind at this time. So let me see if they're trying to do a protest or a public outreach fundraiser. If they are trying to do a gathering to show community support and outrage as to why this man hasn't been charged. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
In the community, as to not bother them personally. I don't want to trigger them. I'm trying to help. Reaching out to them personally, I know when I'm going through things, I don't want some strange person that doesn't know me. I don't know their motives. I don't want you bothering me. So let me reach out to an advocacy program that's supposed to be for the people, by the people. See what you're doing for the people, by the people.
So hopefully they'll reach out to you soon.
Oh, they did. They told me that they don't beat their chest, and they told me they didn't know if I was a member or not, and that I was free to roll up my sleeves when I already tried to roll up my sleeves by reaching out and asked them to let me know what they were doing. Oh yeah, that was the response.
They wouldn't know if you were a member?
They didn't even know if I was a member.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll post it. I'm going to screenshot the whole thing and post the whole dialogue. And my whole thing is, it's not about beating your chest. As I responded to them and said, no, it is not about beating your chest, sweetheart. It is about transparency. It is about inclusion. It is about presence. It is about honesty. It is about when I feel left out in the cold, the one agency that I thought was supposed to let me feel warm and cozy was supposed to be you, which is why I turned to you to ask you, what are you doing? If you don't even know if I'm a member, then that lets me know I don't matter to you either.
True.
Case in point, checkmate, boom. So I'm good. I'll go ahead and organize something to go ahead and support anybody. So I will go ahead and post that on our site to stand up. Because the thing is, we can't just be silent and keep letting them charge us with these felonies, because it takes away our rights. It takes away our power. Slowly but surely. And then you have no accountability to the other parties that are committing violence.
You know what, though, Ingrid? It's so crazy, and I hate to say this out loud, but hey, you know what? You ask your black friends if they okay. We ain't okay.
No, we're not okay.
You know,
but the whole thing was, I'm trying to be, I hope I'm saying this right, a responsible black woman, and reach out to my leaders and the programs that are put in place that get government funding and checks upon checks upon checks to stand up for me. Why is it that I have to go off on you for you to let me know what you're doing for me, when I asked you on the 24th of July to let me know what I could do to responsibly participate? But no, you can only let me know what you're doing when you want to clap back and be smart aleck. You can't let me know when I'm asking respectfully when I want to be involved. Oh, but you don't even know if I am involved. You don't even know if I'm paying my dues. You don't even know if I came to a meeting. Oh, but you fight every day tirelessly, shoulder to shoulder, to make sure. Do you, though? Because you don't even know who's in your ranks. What kind of Army sergeant are you?
All right, guys, that should tie it up tonight, guys. So much for tuning in to Girlfriendz Chat Corner. I hope you enjoyed our show tonight. If you're not, watch that replay. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for us. Join Girlfriendz Chat on Facebook. Support us, sisters.
Support a sister. That's right. Because we're more than a pretty face, a smile, and blonde hair. That's right. We read. All right. Oh, that's me rolling up my sleeves. Love ya.
Thank you again. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Night.